Oral exam week was definitely my favorite week, or as most people know it, Viva. Not because I was fully prepared, but because that was the week God showed me mercy the most. And let me tell you how. I didn't read overnight, I only did morning revisions, and I had 4 Vivas to face: biochemistry, physiology, anatomy, and IGMC. Now, my number on the class list was 200 out of 211 people, so you already know I was always one of the last people to be called. But biochemistry Viva, I won't lie. Since it was oral, I didn't read overnight, but hearing the questions they asked people before me, my heart was already shaking. I couldn't answer most of them because it had been a week since I last revised. We entered in groups of 5 and I was the 5th person, the one they usually fire questions at. When it was my turn, the lecturer asked for my name. I told him my name. Something about my surname fascinates people. They asked me where I was from, and then he smiled. So what topics do you like the most? What should I ask you? Can you imagine? They asked me my favorite topic and quizzed me on only that. Then physiology. This time I was second to the last. It was an individual viva, so I entered at 7 p.m. Again, the lecturer asked about my surname, where I was from, and when it was my time to start, he asked me what topics I wanted. I mentioned my favorite topic, and that was it. Another escape by mercy. Then anatomy. This one was the most terrifying because people coming out kept looking drained. Even one lecturer joked, "Some of you didn't pray enough. You got one of the toughest examiners." I won't lie, I was afraid. I went to the stairs, prayed, and read Romans 12:12 over and over again. When it was my time, the examiner asked about my name and even joked about it. He didn't ask me what I wanted this time, but to my surprise, the questions were simple. He even asked me to talk about my braces, while others came out looking stressed. I left smiling, just thanking God. And finally, IGMC. Again, I wasn't asked what I wanted, but I caught a question I'll never forget. What are the 5 stages of grief? Guess what? I crammed it just 5 minutes before my theory exam, and by God's favor, it came back again in my orals. Honestly, Viva week wasn't about how much I read overnight. For me, it was a testimony of God's favor. Every single Viva, He showed me mercy where I least expected it. And that's it for episode 4 of Book of Ora. I can't wait to see you in episode 5.